Okay, real quick. All right, well, this is going to be quick, but again, sorry for getting a little emotional, and I also apologize for having notes in front of me. I want to do it from the heart, but I got a lot of people to thank, a lot of people to talk about, so just bear with me here. Also, for those of you who were here last year, there is going to be some similarities to tonight's stuff we're going to talk about, but there are still a lot of people in here that are new this year, okay? Cousin, how you doing? So, again, just bear with me here, this is very important. We're here for 4 reasons tonight, okay? Hold on, what's going on here? We got a cash donation back to the cause from the winning team. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Means a lot. So, we're here for 4 reasons. Number 1, we're here to honor my mom, Mary Pickett. We're here to celebrate the Razz Way of Life. We're here to generate awareness for PKD. And we're here to raise money to find a cure for PKD. So again, we'll kind of go over all those. So what is the Razz Way of Life? There's probably people in here that have heard this 17 times. Anyone who's playing the Razz or was here last year, or just any of my close friends have heard this, but there's some people in this room who have never heard this, and it's very important. I would never have found the Razz Way of Life without my mom. She always taught us and showed us that by her actions to never give up in anything that you do and to never settle for mediocrity. She beat that into our heads for the entire existence when I was growing up. And today it's the reason why I'm here. She passed away December 4th, 2014, and this event would not be here if it wasn't for her. You, me, and everyone else in this room would not be here for this important cause without my mom. So I ask you again, what is the Razz Way of Life? Razz is living every day to the fullest, like it's the last day on this planet. It's never giving up in anything you do, and it's enjoying your friends, each and every one of you, and paying it forward to everyone that's in this room. That is why I wear this shirt so proudly, and that's why everyone in here is here, because that's what it is. So, if everyone can raise their glasses, and let's give a cheers to Mary Pickett and the Razz Way of Life. Whoa! I'm not testing my Okay, as I mentioned, the other reason that we're here today is to educate people about PKD. And to create awareness about PKD. What is PKD? PKD is polycystic kidney disease. Every person in here got a Titleist sack pack as part of their tea gift. And there's an informational flyer from the Cleveland Clinic that's in that packet, so please take a look at that. 5 years ago, when my daughter and I were diagnosed, I didn't even know what PKD was. I never even heard of it. I knew that my mom was sick, didn't know from what, and it was amazing. Now 60% of my kidneys are covered with cysts right now, okay? So that's how real it is, and eventually, we're gonna need to find a cure for this disease. That's what the bottom line is. I shared this stat last year, which a lot of people told me that they honestly couldn't believe, and I want to share it again today. There are more people affected with PKD than cystic fibrosis, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, Huntington's disease, muscular dystrophy, and Down syndrome combined. Add all that stuff up together, there's more people affected with PKD right now. That's how important this is. I doubt some people didn't even know what PKD was before tonight. Okay, so it's very important. Last year, we raised about $15,000 at this event for the National PKD Foundation. Both my daughter and I right now are patients at the Glickman, Urological, and Kidney Institute of the Cleveland Clinic. Okay, every dollar that we raise tonight, and that we've raised so far, every dollar is going right to that clinic for the PKD Research Fund to find a darn cure for this thing. Yeah. We have Dr. Fatika is one of the physicians here, or one of the physicians there, and we've asked him to say a few words about PKD, where the clinic's research is on it to date. So, Dr. Fatika, I don't know where you're at. Okay, here you go. Come on up.
this cause. If I can spend just a few minutes going over a little bit of what PKD is and where we stand at the Cleveland Clinic in terms of our research. And Mike did ask me to expand a little bit from last year, so I have notes as well. So it's really astounding when we think about PKD. It's the single most common inherited kidney disease. And as Mike alluded to, it affects about 1 out of 800 people. And whether you put it in terms of other diseases or just the numbers, it affects a lot of patients. And it causes progressive cyst growth in your kidneys, and cysts are abnormal. When those cysts take over enough of your kidney mass or functioning, then those patients will require either dialysis or kidney transplant. It's right now the 4th leading cause of what we call end-stage kidney disease in the United States. Now, this cyst growth is aberrant cells in the kidney which progressively enlarge. It's not cancerous, but they act like they're growing without any boundaries. So most of the efforts right now have been focused on cyst growth and medications or lifestyle or diet to slow down the cyst growth. And if you can slow down cyst growth, that means meaningful years of life for patients and society. So at Cleveland Clinic, we've been involved in a couple very important trials. The HALT PKD trial. We've been involved with tolvaptan, which is not FDA approved yet in the US, but shows a lot of promise, with drugs called Rapamune and Cadmon. So these are multi-center trials with drugs to help slow down the cyst growth and preserve kidney function. But drugs can't tell the whole story. Autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease is inherited from your parents. And it's autosomal dominant, meaning that if you inherit the gene, you're going to get the disease. However, it doesn't act like that at the cellular level. So when a cell has an abnormal gene and a non-abnormal gene inherited from the non-affected parent, that normal gene has to become abnormal. So it's not enough just to get the one faulty gene. You have to deactivate the other one, the normal one. And that's where research at the Cleveland Clinic is looking at. If you want to think of a cure for this disease, it's not enough to slow down cyst growth. You have to stop it in its tracks. So there's a researcher at Cleveland Clinic named Oliver Wesley. He is a molecular biologist, and his lab is involved in 3 very important areas of research. One, how that cell gets its signals from the outside world. Number 2, what causes that DNA to be abnormal when it's normal in the first place? And what mechanisms are not working well to repair it, because all of our cells have repair mechanisms. And then thirdly, trying to develop a real cellular, humanized model for research. One of the biggest problems PKD research has had is it all comes from animal models. And animal models don't accurately reflect what goes on in people. So his lab is intensely trying to use human stem cells to replicate a human model of disease. So we've got some very exciting things going on at the clinic between drug trials, between research laboratory, and a great group of clinicians involved in PKD. And it's efforts like this which can help move us closer to a cure. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. So the last reason why we're here today is to raise money to help find a cure. As I mentioned, every dollar is going to the Glickman, Urological, and Kidney Institute of the clinic. A lot of people in this room know that I can probably talk too much, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try as hard as I can. However, I got to let everyone know if I use this time to thank every person that contributed to this event, we'd be here till midnight. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but there are some people here that do deserve a little bit extra recognition, and this is where it really hits home for me, so just bear with me. A lot of people saw the name Alley Cat Fishing Team out there. This person doesn't want recognition, but damn it, I don't care. Tommy Beckmeyer, where are you at, brother? Tom and his team were our biggest sponsor this year. I cannot thank you enough. You're a true friend. Thank you, sir. Real quick, as everyone knows, I was hitting some balls out there for everyone. Some I hit straight, some I hit left. What's the difference? Or in the water, whatever. But Tommy B busted my balls real quick. He says, hey, what's a guy got to do to not get on 17B when he gets a starting ball? So I accidentally put him on 17B. I'm sorry about that. I didn't recognize it. Where's TG at? I love you. Regal Financial was one of the main sponsors of the event this year as well. I met Tommy 13 years ago at Aurora. I was 22 years old. I was a little scrawny kid. I weighed like 40 pounds less than I do right now. And he's now one of the best friends and best supporters that I have. We both dealt with adversity with our family and friends. And Tommy, just know whatever you need, brother. I got you. I told this story last year. I'll tell it again. Actually, it was Tommy that told me this. So last year, before the event started, the event here last year, I had a conversation with him. We were just talking or whatever, and he said that, Pick, it's not about, I guess in some ways it's about who the dollars are going to, if it's going to the clinic, if it's going to somewhere else, or what the cause is for. That's important. We all know that and understand that. But a lot of people in this room, and this is, they do it for you. And that means a lot to me. So, thank you, everyone. I'll get there. All right, there are a couple other people that did make some significant donations today. I do want to recognize them, Mr. Stu Nitis and StoneWater Golf Club. Stu, thank you for hosting this event. Thank you. Gary and Kelly Trevisano. Thank you, Stars. I was thinking about this last night, Gary. There's a lot of people in this room. There's only one person, and that's my brother, that I've known longer than you. And I gotta thank you, man. You've built me up. I wouldn't have gotten where I am without you. And thank you. Mr. Bernie Nutter. Those of you who know Bernie Nutter and here in this room, you'll just laugh and smile when you hear his voice. Everyone's going to think this is sucking up to your boss, but I promise you it's not. I met Bernie when I was head pro down at Cumberland, down in Columbus. And, I'm not going to get into the details, but we both had our own medical battles and conditions in our life. And, there's few people in this world that, I can say truly live the Razz Way of Life like I do, and you're one of them. So thank you. Next up is my family. Today's been obviously an emotional roller coaster for me. It's taken a lot of time and a lot of preparation for today. I couldn't have done it on the operational side without you today, so thank you very much. Where's the lizard at? My girlfriend Liz, she puts up with my stubborn butt all the time. She's got to deal with pumpkins laying around the basement all everywhere. She's awesome. She loves my kids, and they love her. So thank you. Love you. Griffin, stand up. Ella, stand up. These two guys are what it's all about right here. Everything I do is for them. You guys are my inspiration. And just know that your man would be very proud of you. Okay? I love you. All right, I got one lifetime goal that I want to share with everybody. And that is that I don't know what's going to happen. I mentioned this in the PGA meeting last October, but my one lifetime goal, I got a lot of them, but I'm going to share one. And that is that by the time I die, I want the Razz Way of Life to be known throughout the nation and throughout the world. I don't know what's going to happen or not, but buying these shirts, spreading the word about PKD, and enjoying life, living life, and celebrating life, that's what it's all about. So, again, let's cheers to Razz Way of Life again.
That's from our foursome.
George Chase has just donated $1,000 from his table. Give him a round of applause. Thank you. That's incredible. It's a Razz Way of Life. Wow. Cheers. Thank you. I don't know where to start. All right, you guys ready for the raffle? Because I'm ready for the raffle. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have nothing else. It just means the absolute world to me, everyone in here, the support that what we've done tonight. Honestly, I'm speechless. I don't really know what else to say.